Man, what an awesome day to be out today. We are going to take this little loop and we're going to go up on the Natchez Trace. Something I've not done since we moved back to Nashville is ride on the Natchez Trace. We've ridden all around it, especially when we've been out on the Pan America, on the Tennessee Dirt Devil. We've run all around it, but since I've been back, I've not actually come up and ridden the Natchez Trace. If you're ever in Middle Tennessee, this is a great ride. Look, just slow pace, some of the most beautiful country that you'll see. It's a great ride. You can take this thing all the way down, I believe, to Tupelo, Mississippi, which we might do. We might put together a ride and kind of do that maybe at some point in the future. But down here is a really cool bridge, the Natchez Trace Bridge. You've probably seen it if you've seen people riding in Middle Tennessee. But it's really cool. But nevertheless, one of the things that I really wanted to talk about today was the Street Glide. And I had actually put in an order for the 2024 Road Glide CVO ST, the black one, and I really got to thinking that, look, I've got this practically brand new 2021 Street Glide Special. It's bone stock. I haven't done anything to it whatsoever. I love this motorcycle, and I'm like, okay, I'm out of factory warranty. I've had it 2 years now, over 2 years now, and I thought, you know what? Let's, instead of buying a new bike, let's take one that you already have and build it out a little bit. Make it the bike that you really want it to be instead of buying a new bike, because, you know, I love the new Road Glide CVO ST, but it's kind of one category of a motorcycle, and who knows what's going to come out next year, or, you know, mid-year towards the end of this year. I might find something with the paint scheme that I like better. And so I thought, you know what, for right now, I think what I want to do is build out the 2021 Street Glide Special. I'm not really into the performance bagger thing so much that the CVO ST would have been like, oh man, this is a bike I absolutely have to have. So, but what I do want to do is I want to address some things that I really want to upgrade with this motorcycle. I want to talk suspension. I want to talk exhaust, upgrading the sound system, maybe even some bars, doing some things like that that really kind of tailor this motorcycle more to how I ride every single day, or whenever I want to take the Street Glide out. Definitely the seat. Maybe look at redoing the seat, and you know, there's several different options out there from Saddleman. But I want to talk about doing these potential upgrades, what you guys think, because I would love to have your help through this process. There's so many different brands out there. You know, you see 100 different YouTubers and everybody else talking about all these different brands that they really like when it comes to, you know, building out your bike. But I would love to see what you guys think. We're going to take a look at each one of those different individual areas. I'll kind of tell you the way that I'm leaning, the way that I think I'm going to go. And then I'd love for you guys down in the comment section below to kind of drop your hints in there and your suggestions and tell me what you guys think I should do. What suspension and why? What exhaust and why? Should I do a cam? Should I do, you know, a stage 3? What have you, in your opinion, is the best audio solutions and bars? I would love to get your guys' input, and you guys be a part of this build with me. One of the things I think that I can admit to when I was thinking about buying the CVO ST is I felt like this year Harley Davidson did a great job of rolling out the 2024 models, the changes. I feel like they really did a really good job, so much so that I kind of bought into all the hype myself, and I got really excited, and I thought, oh man, gotta have a new bike. This is the year to get the new bike. And maybe it was, maybe it's not, but I will say I'm proud of the way they rolled out all these new models, because I bought into the hype just as much as everybody else did, and I got really excited. And look, that's not to take anything away from the new models that they did launch. The technological upgrades that they made on the Street Glide and Road Glide in particular, to me, are leaps and bounds above anything that they have ever done in the past. And I love the big screen. I love the upgraded suspension. Lots of things that I think are just awesome that they came out with. But I also know that it's possible for me to accomplish building what I really want out of this motorcycle. Here we come up on the Natchez Trace Bridge. It's kind of a sad little story here, but you'll see these guardrails here didn't used to be here. It was just open, and so many teenagers and people have unalived themselves from this bridge that the state came in and put up all these guardrails that you see to prevent people from doing that. It's kind of sad, because this was an awesome area. Beautiful view. Maybe I need to bring the drone up here. That's one of my plans, is to bring the drone up here and do some really cool shots off of the Natchez Trace, especially the bridge. It's really awesome. Back way to Franklin, Tennessee. Maybe many of you have heard, a lot of people love Franklin, Tennessee. You can get off right there and take Highway 96 straight into Franklin. Right up here, I'm going to pull off into one of the parking lots, and I want to talk a little bit about what I'm thinking about the bike, the specific brands that I'm thinking about going with for this build, and see what you guys think. I like I said, I really want to get your guys' opinion, because there's many of you. I've never built a bike before. I've predominantly always kept my bikes pretty much stock. The Pan America, we've done some stuff to it, but I don't believe, I'm trying to go back and think, I don't believe I've ever done any customization on any of the baggers that I've ever owned. So this will kind of be a new thing for me, and I know a lot of you guys have already done some stuff. You do the exhaust, you do the bars, maybe do a stage kit with, putting a cam in it or something like that. All of those decisions I got to make, and I'm definitely going to want your input and your help as well, because I've never done it before. What a beautiful day to be out riding, though, man. I was talking to some friends, the other day, and we were talking about, they were asking me if I missed California. Look, I miss riding PCH. Anybody that tells you they don't love riding PCH is ridiculous. But I am so looking forward to, now that we're getting into, spring, summer's going to be around the corner, some big rides planned, some big projects, motorcycle projects planned that I can't wait to tell you guys about. There's just such good riding here in Middle Tennessee and the South overall. So really looking forward to taking advantage of getting out on the motorcycles more often. One of the trails that we've taken was right there on the Tennessee Dirt Devil. We've ridden that many times, right in the Dirt Devil. Really cool off-road track.
So you never really know what you might run into out here at the Natchez Trace. Okay, anyway, let's get into this. So we want to build the 21 Street Glide. Let's talk about exhaust for a second. There have been a lot of choices out there. I mean, I went over the other day and I sat down with my buddy Mike at Boswell Harley Davidson, and we were talking about the different kinds of exhaust, stage kits and all that. What should we do? His recommendation is D&D. And I gotta tell you, I've watched a lot of videos, I've read up a lot on the D&D matched with the Thunder Max tuner. That just feels like the way to go. The 2-in-1 doesn't bother me, but my bags have the cutouts, so I don't think it would look right. So I'm gonna have to do the ghost pipe if I do the D&D. But there's so many other options out there, and I wanna know what you guys think. Should I go with the D&D exhaust with the Thunder Max tuner? It seems, like I said, it's by far the leading candidate right now, but who knows, we'll see. I mean, that's certainly an option. I love the way that it sounds, so it's got that going for it as well. So exhaust, drop down in the comments below what you guys think that I should go with as far as exhaust. Now, here's the question that kind of goes beyond that a little bit is, what about a cam? Should I do a cam? Yeah, it's gonna give it that little rumble. It's gonna make it sound really cool. Should I do the cam? Should I wait on the cam? The good thing about going with the Thunder Max tune is that it's an auto tuner. So you don't have to do everything all at once, and as you add things to the bike, if I want to not do the cam now, maybe do the cam later, then I don't have to have the bike retuned. It will learn what's going on with that cam in the motorcycle. It'll adjust and it'll auto-tune to where it'll perform at its best. So I'm 100% sold on the Thunder Max tuner. I absolutely love that. So that's kind of the exhaust option. But with the caveat of go ahead, do the cam, don't do the cam, put down in the comments section what you guys think.
All right, so that's the exhaust. I'm anxious to hear what you guys say. The D&D it just seems like it's gonna be hard to beat, but there are a lot of other options out there. All right, since we're back on the bike, I think one of the important things we could talk about for sure is suspension. A lot of different suspensions out there. Mike recommends that we go with Legends suspension. Everything in the world that I have seen or read about Legends suspensions is they are just probably one of the best that you can possibly buy. What I'm looking at going with is not doing the reservoirs, and I'm probably only going to do the rear, not really going to do the front, because again, I'm not going to be really doing any performance stuff with this bike. I'm happy with the way the front is, but the rear, especially when you're riding 2-up, is it's nothing special. Stock, that's for damn sure. But I do want something that is adjustable, that can make the bumps and potholes. We've got shit tons of potholes here in Middle Tennessee, and so I want to make those a little bit easier on myself, but also with my wife when she's on the back and she's riding. I want something to kind of absorb those a little bit better and do a way better job. So right now I'm leaning towards Legends suspension for the rear end, and probably not doing the reservoirs, but I could be talked into the reservoirs. The one thing I don't want to lose, and maybe somebody can chime in here, is I don't want the ability to lose the ability to put luggage and things like that on the back with having the reservoirs there. I don't mind the reservoir look at all. A lot of bikes, I think it looks pretty cool. Matter of fact, that was one of the things that kind of attracted me to the CVO ST was, the upgraded suspension and, having the reservoirs. It was just a really cool look. So it's something that I'm open to, but I don't have to have it either, especially if it causes me whatsoever to lose any kind of functionality. I don't want to do that at all. So down in the comments section below, those of you that have built bikes before and really customized them out the way that you want them, Drop a comment down there. Tell me what you think. If you're running Legend suspension, what do you think about it? If you're running another brand, another manufacturer, let me know what that is. Let me know why you like it better or why you think it would be better than the Legend suspension. That is one of the upgrades that, honestly, as I ride the Street Glide more often, I'm really looking forward to upgrading the most is the suspension. So this one's really important. Yeah, the exhaust is important. I want it to sound cool. I want it to sound exactly how I want it to sound. But when you're riding the bike, it's important. I want to be comfortable. Again, I'm not building a performance bagger. I'm building something that will perform better, but that is also for comfort and long destination rides. We've got some really cool plans coming up later this year as the temperatures start to warm up. That's going to require me to really put some saddle time in on this bike. So suspension to me is key, and having something that is extremely comfortable and for either whether it's 1-up or 2-up. So those things are pretty important to me. So drop your suspension recommendations down in the comments. Speaking of comfort, that brings us now to the seat. I'm going to be real honest with you. I hear a lot of people complain about the stock seat on the Street Glide, and maybe it's just because I don't have anything to compare it to whatsoever. I don't see any problem with it, but I want something that's a little bit more comfortable as possible, maybe a little bit more stylish for the aesthetic and the look of the bike. I've been looking around, and I've always been a fan of Saddlemen seats, so I'm thinking about going with the road sofa. I think both for me and for riding 2-up for my wife, I think it's going to be probably the most comfortable. If you have another suggestion, I was looking at Advan Black the other night, seeing some seats that they have, and I know there's some other YouTubers that have some deals with other seat makers and manufacturers that they swear by as well. So again, down in the comments section, drop if you've got the Saddlemen road sofa, any other, something from Advan Black or another manufacturer. Drop that down in the comments section, and I'll check those seats out as well. But the front runner right now is by far the Saddlemen road sofa, and that's the way I'm thinking about going. And I guess I should probably tell you guys, I'm looking to do all of this in the next month, and I'm gonna have a video coming out on the channel that's kind of telling me why I have to man, they were cruising, why I need to do this stuff sooner rather than later. That video is probably going to be coming up a little bit later this week, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Something I'm really excited about, that's going to take the better part of this year and hopefully the better part of the next few years. Again, I can't say too much. I got to stop right there. So yeah, seats, front runner by far, the Saddlemen road sofa. So let me know what you guys think about that, because that's kind of where I'm leaning at the moment. No pun intended. Then we come down to things like the bars. I'm looking to kind of a similar T-bar setup, but it's not exactly T-bars. Just something that is probably going to have not quite as much of a bend in as the stock bars here on the Street Glide, but something that, may have you a little bit, not far stretched, but a little bit further out, and not quite as bent. Maybe a little more upright as well. Something I've been thinking about. When I was over at Boswell Harley Davidson the other day, I sat on quite a few bikes that had different bars on it, and I didn't like the big thick, whatever they are, inch and half or whatever. I'm probably gonna look at something that's more an 1.25 inches, something like that. So if you got bars recommendations, put those down in the comments section below. We're gonna be doing all this stuff really soon, so I hope a lot of you guys see this video in the next few days, so that I can start making some decisions. That would be really helpful. I think after that, we're looking at upgrading the sound system. Yeah, I have the Cardo second helmet unit on all of my helmets. So I do listen a lot, in my helmet. But there are a lot of days when it's like, man, I'm out by myself solo riding like this, and I kind of want to experience. I'll flip my windshield up and, really crank the tunes. Well, it's not that it's bad, but man, is it not as good as it could be. So I've been watching a lot of videos again, doing a lot of research on what people have done. They've got the Harley recommended, the Rockford Fosgate system. And then I saw a video by, shout out here to Volunteer Audio, because they're here in Tennessee. They're up by Knoxville, but I don't mind making a ride. On some of the systems that they're putting in with some really, really, really good results, really good sound. Then there's another company called Sounds that I've heard about that a couple people and other YouTubers have recommended with some of their systems. I'm probably going to go ahead and do the cutouts. I'm going to replace the front speakers, possibly even the head unit. Minimum, I'm going to do the Apple CarPlay adapter just because I want to be able to have Apple CarPlay. I do have it synced to my phone, but I'd like to be able to have it right there, Bluetooth, in the dash, replace the two front speakers, and then do the cutouts in the bags. Because I don't carry a lot in this in the bags on this motorcycle, so I'm really not going to miss the space that much. And then possibly maybe even do a sub in one of them. So that's what I'm thinking sound-wise. If you guys are running something different, or you've got a setup on a Street Glide that you just absolutely love, drop that down in the comments section below and let me know what that is and why you like it so much. But so I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now to kick things off and to really get this build started. New exhaust, possible cam, definitely going to do the Thunder Max upgrade with the tuner. Love the fact that it's an auto tuner and it will adapt as I do different things to the bike. Suspension, we're definitely going to upgrade the suspension, the sound system, the bars. And then I'm not real sure what we're going to do from there. I had somebody the other day say, oh man, you ought to do a custom paint job. Well, that's an option as well. The main thing that I want to do with this bike is make this bike my own. And since I'm not going to buy the CVO ST, I really want to customize and make this bike my motorcycle. So who knows, maybe some custom paint. Got some scratches here and there that, new custom paint job, cover those things up, kill two birds with one stone. So there's a lot that we're considering, and again, I would love your guys' input. See what you guys think, make some recommendations, and tell me why. It's a good use of the comment section down there. So anyway, guys, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to keep the Street Glide. See what I'm talking about? These roads, my God, are horrible. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to customize it. I'm going to make it my own. Maybe look at doing some LED lighting as well, or some definitely new lighting all around the bike. Even if it looks cool, but just for safety reasons. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm looking forward to getting this build started and upgrading this motorcycle. I love this bike. I know about a year ago I had considered getting rid of it, and I am so glad that I didn't. Don't get me wrong, I love riding my adventure bikes, my Pan America Special and my Ducati Desert X. I love off-roading, I love adventure biking. I love, but man, there is just something, sometimes I just want to come out and get on my Street Glide, relax, and ride and have a good time. Being back in Nashville and Middle Tennessee, a lot of roads to explore, a lot of things to go do, both on-road and off-road. And I think it's just time that I make this motorcycle exactly what I want it to be. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I look forward to reading the comments section and seeing what you guys think on all these different parts and manufacturers and builds and all of that. So be sure and drop that down in the comment section. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscription button, hit the thumbs up button so that you like the video. It goes a long way with the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you in the next video.